Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and summer, pretty much. I don't know what happened, summer just came overnight, it feels like. You can see it's a lot more greener now than last time I was filming. It's also very warm. I think today it's gonna be up 25 degrees Celsius, which is extremely warm for May here in Sweden. So I am out riding quite early before lunch, just to make sure that we escape the worst heat, because Askur still has his winter coat, not all of it, but some of it still. So obviously it's really warm for him. So considering how warm it is, I also need to be considerate when it comes to the gait. Obviously I can't push him too much in canter. What are you doing? You can go here. And I don't want to push him. I mean, why would I? That's just cruel. So we do a lot of walking. Yesterday we did some climbing. I think I'm gonna do that today as well. And yeah, just enjoying the beautiful forest and the warmth. So I thought I would take you with me today, since I'm riding alone and it's easier to vlog when I'm alone, obviously, and also to talk to the camera and things like that. So this is a path that I used to ride a lot last summer. It leads to the same forest trail that we always take, but you kind of come into the forest from a different angle, from a different route. And I think it's so pretty here because there's, as far as I know, there's barely anyone. Whoops, what? Okay. It's barely anyone walking here. So it's a bit of untouched, and you also don't have to worry that you're gonna meet people, which is definitely the case on the regular trail now when it's this warm and summer is coming. I mean, you meet people all the time. It's families and people on bicycles, and so you kind of need to be vigilant about who you meet when you ride. So we've had a bit of a hoof problem the last couple of weeks. Askur's hoof quality has been quite bad due to the winter and mud and rain and just general weather during winter and fall. They've been really dry, which has caused him to lose his shoes, unfortunately, quite a bit. So there was, I think, a week or so that I wasn't able to ride. Not much, but much for me. And that's when I recorded that grooming video, because I wasn't able to ride, obviously. But that was nice too, and I think it's been good for him to to have this week off. I think he needed that, and I think maybe it's good for me as well to miss riding and, you know, not taking it for granted. So yeah, but now he has all shoes. I think his hoof quality is better. I bought an oil that I apply both underneath. What is happening? Okay, he's scratching. Is it warm? Yes. Yeah, I bought an oil that I apply underneath his soles and also on the actual hoof, and I think that's helping. And also now the grass obviously is growing in the paddock, so he gets to eat a lot of grass, and the grass has a lot of vitamins, which is also good for him. So fingers crossed he won't lose any more shoes, at least not in a while. I mean, they lose their shoes, that happens. That's just something you need to count on, but preferably they don't lose them every other week. It is insane. I hope you can see this. This is all boars. In the night and early morning they wreak havoc on the ground. It looks like someone has blown something, like explosions. They're digging for roots, so they're digging up everything. Thankfully they're not very active during daytime, or active at all. I think especially today when it's so warm, they're probably lying somewhere in the shadow sleeping, so the risk of meeting them very small. So we turn here. Asker has been really good today. So proud of him. I think I mentioned that he has a problem or a difficulty standing still when I jump up in the saddle. And he's not hurting, or it's not a trauma or anything. He's testing me, and he's just stubborn as, yeah. But today he stood perfectly still. I had to fix some clothing things, so I just let go of the reins, and he just stood perfectly still when we were out earlier. So he's such a good boy today. And now he has a little snack. Oh boy. This is one of my favorite paths when you come out here. I think it's so pretty. And these kind of paths are perfect on a day today when it's so warm, because the horses get to walk through terrain and oh, what was that? A lizard, maybe a snake. Sorry. They get to walk on terrain and pick up their hooves and feet, and it's a perfect, because we can't really do cardio, right? Because it's so warm. So I try to incorporate a lot of this instead. And like I said, climbing. And I mean, not every ride needs to be full gallop. I think just being out like this, taking it easy, enjoying the quietness and the birds, it's incredible. I love that he keeps his stick. I hope you can see it. He keeps his stick in his mouth. It's like a dog sometimes. Pick up a stick and just walk with it. So yeah, this is the regular trail that we always ride, or often, and here there's a high chance or high risk that you'll meet someone, so you need to be a little careful. But then again, he's not exactly a speed demon, is he? No, you're not a speed demon, honey, especially not today. I mean, it's really warm. And he has, imagine being out running in a down jacket. That must be what it's like for him. So you wouldn't want anyone screaming at you with a whip and telling you to run faster in your Canada Goose jacket when it's 20 degrees Celsius outside. No, you need to be careful. So we're coming up now on the road home, which preferably is my favorite. Okay, someone's coming. Okay, let's... Tack! Är ni fler? Nej. Ja, också hästkrafter. So yes, what was I saying? This path is my favorite because it's a lot less rocks and more trail, so it's much easier to canter on. God, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can meet anyone, and some people, they don't even look. It annoys the heck out of me. Whoa! What happened? They just, you know, they have their eyes on the road and not ahead of them. So I have to wave. I always wave because that tends to get their attention. Yes. But now when you can see, I hope you can see, he's starting to lower his head. That's a really good sign. It's a sign that he's relaxed and like soft in his muscles, in his body. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And then he starts chewing us on the bit, which I thought was a bad thing, but apparently it's not, because it's not really chewing on it. He's more like playing with it in his mouth, and that also means that he's relaxed and he's listening to me and not tense. So pretty with the flowers, the white flowers, purple flowers, a lot of purple here. It's really pretty. And oh yes, I have to mention, of course, we're up on 5,000 subscribers. 5,000! That's insane. I remember when I got 100 and I was like, yay, I have 100 subscribers. Most of them were family. But yeah, I mean, a huge thank you from me and Askur for wanting to support us and watching our vlogs and our videos. It means a lot. Okay, let's see if we can... Usually canter up here, but maybe he doesn't want to today. Maybe it's too warm. That's okay. So up here, this is where I climb, or at least this is where I climbed yesterday. Yes, and was actually Askur's initiative. I think he felt kind of bored and it was warm, and he's like, are we gonna do the same trail again? Can't we do something else? Yes, exactly. So he just turned up here and, you know, headed up, and I was like, well, then we'll climb. Of course we'll climb. Yes. So that one is pretty steep. but I think it's up here, this little one. So let's do that once today. Oh, hey. Good job. Ooh. So this is really good, this kind of terrain, because the climbing is good because he gets to use muscles that he rarely use, and getting down again is good because he gets to use his brain to figure out where can I put my feet so I don't trip. So that is a really good exercise. Let's do it one more time. And he really enjoys it. You can see it on his ears. And I always stand up in the saddle when he climbs up. And also, depending on how steep it is when we go down, I also stand up, but this isn't so steep. So that is a thing that I try to do a lot now. Also walk over trees, fallen trees, which is also great because he gets to really pick up. He gets to really pick up his feet. And walking like this, just bending around trees, trunks, it's also really good for them. Good job. Softens. And he starts to play with the bits in his mouth, which means that he's working. Good job. Always nice to end with a little bit of canter. It's a lot cooler in here because the trees obviously offer shade. But this path here is really my favorite to canter because the ground is so soft. The only annoying thing, I guess, is that you're meeting a lot of people, especially today. But I wish, as some roads are like designated riding roads here in the city where I live. Unfortunately, we don't have those here where I ride, and that's a shame because I know where I live nearby they have roads that are just for riding, and on those roads obviously you can just canter or gallop because you don't need to be wary of meeting people. But on these roads are for everyone, so you can't really canter on, unfortunately. But it's fine. We need to share. So let's see if we should do a final canter here. So we are closing in on our home, and I think I'll end the video here. I don't know how much battery I have. So thank you for watching and joining me and Asker on the trail ride. Bit of climbing, bit of cantering, and some very nice terrain. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!